Hi America, Stan The Annuity Man here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, the Stan The Annuity Man YouTube channel. Yes, I'm America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. That's including yours. By the way, producer, I do not own a steakhouse. I know that, I'm a vegan, for goodness sakes. I used to be paleo, but now I'm a vegan. But what is that? What does this really mean? Why do I have Annuity Man Steakhouse? I'm going to turn, so stay with me, producer. Focus in on that. Got it? Own the steak, not the sizzle. What does that mean in English and annuity speak? That means buy annuities for the contractual guarantees, not the hype, not the sizzle. You're going to own the steak. You're going to own the contractual guarantees. I always tell people, own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. So what does that mean in steak language? Own the steak, not the sizzle. I digress. We're going to talk about how to shop for annuities, which is really, 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 really important because it's similar to shopping for a plane ticket. I mean, unless you are trying to get rewards, points, or miles with a specific carrier. But the rest of us humans don't do that. We go to the site, some generic site that shops all carriers, and we punch in where we want to go and all the little benefits, etc. And then up pops the prices. I mean, that's how it works. That's exactly how annuities should be shopped for. And after this musical interlude, I'm going to tell you how to do that. Okay, shopping for annuities. First of all, understand that regardless of what you hear from an agent or advisor, that they have the best annuity, they looked at all the annuities and this is the best one for you, my beloved client. That's a bunch of crap, okay? Annuities are commodity products. There's not one annuity that's better than the other annuity, etc. The first thing you need to understand is there's not a one-size-fits-all product, even though there's a lot of people out there promoting that they have that. They do not have that. There are many types of annuities, so it really comes down to what you want to achieve. There's two questions that you need to ask, and then we can figure out what type fits, and we'll find the best contractual guarantee for your specific situation. Those two questions are, number one, what do you want the money to contractually do? Contractually, these are contracts, right? Nod your head, producer. Okay. The second question is, when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? From those two answers, we can determine what type of annuity will provide the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation. So if income is the answer, let's say I need lifetime income and I need it to start either now or down the road or whatever specific year, then we go shop all carriers for that highest contractual guarantee. Now, the annuity quote market is very fluid. Now, we have a proprietary annuity calculator that we use that you have access to as well, that we quote all carriers, but it changes. Quotes change every 7 to 10 days like a gallon of milk. So you can't go into it and go, I really want this company because I like their ads. No. You go in looking for the highest contractual guaranteed number. Then from those contractual guaranteed numbers based on your specific situation, we then start filtering based on the claims paying ability of the carrier. But understand that you need to go into shopping for annuities like you're shopping for a plane ticket. If it's income, depending on whether you want to start now or down the road, whatever, we're going to need some pieces of information from you, date of birth or dates of birth if it's joint, your state of residence, what type of account it is, if you're going to put a lump sum in, or if you want to solve for a specific monthly amount, we can reverse engineer that quote. There's some items that we're going to need from you. Income start date we'll also need as well. If you're looking for, say, a fixed rate annuity, a multi-year guarantee annuity, then we have a live feed at theannuityman.com that just, you punch in your state and the duration that you're looking for, 3-year, 5-year, 7-year, and then it will show up on the screen the top yield to maturities for that specific duration for your specific state. Once again, fluid market, things change. Some carriers will be on top for 1 week and then they won't be the next week. That's the reason you can't go into shopping for annuities with some preconceived notion that you need this specific carrier. No, what you need is the highest contractual guarantee. Then it's up to me and you to have that discussion, to look at AM Best, Standard & Poor's, Moody's, Fitch, those rating services, and then we also provide what's called a Comdex score that takes all 4 of those rating services and gives you a 1 to 100 score. So number 1, look for the highest contractual guarantee. Number 2, then we look at the claims paying ability, the financial strength of that carrier, because they're on the hook to pay, or they're on the hook to give you that interest, whatever product you determine is best for you. But just have an open mind, and certainly do not let an agent steer you to their product of choice. All right, so when you shop for annuities, the other thing that I would tell you to do, no, let me just say recommend, is that when you say, okay, I need income now or income later, or I need a fixed rate annuity, whatever that is, make sure the agent or advisor, hopefully that's going to be me at the Annuity Man, but if your brother-in-law is out there and he's selling annuities too, you got to work with your brother-in-law, your sister will be mad, right? But make them show you at least 5 to 10 different carriers that solve for that specific situation. Do not allow them to show you one. That's ridiculous. That's like going to a restaurant and they bring out the menu and there's one thing on the menu. I guess I'll have that, right? No. Do not allow them to steer you to their product. And if they are trying to steer you to a product, ask them, hey, if you sell enough of that, do you go on a trip to Bora Bora, Italy, or Macau, or someone with your girlfriend and or wife? I mean, what type of incentive is in this? Because you're pushing me to this product. Show me all the carriers that solve for this. And if they say, well, this one's the best, say, humor me. Show them all to me. I want to see all the quotes, because if annuity agents or advisors are limited on what they're showing or limited on the carriers that they represent, that's not a good thing. That's not putting down captive agents. That it is what it is. But annuities are commodity products. They should be shopped with all carriers because, great story. I digress, producer. Great story. Guy calls me the other day and he said, oh, hey Stan, the Annuity Man. I want to buy that immediate annuity from the quote you sent me 3 months ago. I'm like, that's not going to work. He was pretty upset because, rates had gone down and he wanted that quote from 3 months ago. Hey, quotes are like a gallon of milk. They expire every 7 to 10 days. So I said, hey, we can't go back and get that quote. That quote's gone for infinity. The only way to lock in that quote is to fill out that application and have that application with the carrier, and then the rate is locked in. There are times that with immediate annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts, or deferred income annuities, we can lock in that quote for say 7 to 10 days depending on the carrier. But that doesn't mean you have 7 to 10 days to decide. That means that paperwork has to be there, has to be at the carrier within that time frame to lock in that quote. So we will do that for you. We will lock in a quote, but you have to know the rules on how to get that specific quote, and it all involves going through that application process. All right, I've done another video called What's the Purpose of Annuity, which actually makes sense for you to watch, because before you shop, you need to know what you're trying to solve for. And primarily that comes down to an acronym I've created called PIL. P stands for Principal Protection, I stands for Income for Life, L stands for Legacy, the other L stands for Long-Term Care, Confinement Care. If you don't need to solve for one of those 4 things contractually, then you do not need an annuity. In combination with the 2 questions that you need to ask, what do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start, that will get you to the point of understanding if you need an annuity, and if so, what type will provide the highest contractual guarantee. Go to our site, theannuityman.com. You can access calculators there. You can punch in the numbers yourself, or you can have us punch them in for you. I would encourage you to engage me in a phone call. Set a time where we can talk. It's about a 30-minute talk that we talk about your situation. And I'm listening, I'm asking questions, and then I will put together a customized plan for you. If you've probably not caught it by now, I'm not some high-pressure dude. I'm not going to like pound you in the table, call you, and email you. I'm just not. I'm going to treat you like a professional. I'm going to send you books from my site. I've written 6 owner's manuals that I'd love to send you. I do a podcast, I do these videos every day. I am the top agent in the country. I do sell annuities. I am licensed in all 50 states, but the key thing that I do is I educate. I want to make sure that you understand the benefits and the limitations of these products before you sign anything. And you have to make the decision on your terms and on your time frame, not anyone else's time frame. It's your money. You're in control of it. Hey, with that being said, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video.